2022 Scott Scale 940 in a size large, weighing in at 27 pounds, 10 ounces. Stay tuned after the video where you're free to buy sun test on this bike right here. Thank you guys so much. Hi, Ben. Hey, how's it going, everyone? GC Performance here, back with another video, and today I have for you guys a 2022 Scott Scale 940. It is a size large. As you guys just saw, it weighed right in around 27 pounds, and I believe in kilos, it was right around 12.13 kilos. This bike goes for $2,300. I believe it is a price increase from last year. I think when I did this bike last year, the 2021, it was like, I think it was like $1,400, but it didn't come with as nice components. So they did do some upgrades to this thing. Very beautiful frame, very beautiful components, very beautiful bike. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into this thing. I still think that this bike is a good deal for the price point. That's why I always praise about Scott's, is that for $2,300, you're getting a full carbon fiber hardtail mountain bike to get you into the game. You can race if you want. You can do XC on it. You get an air suspension. You're getting a 1x12 drivetrain system that you can upgrade later on. You're getting through axles. The bike is a good deal. So before we go ahead, actually, I'm gonna go ahead and get the video right now. I don't even know why I said that. There are two different models to this bike. They make the Scott Scale and the Scott Scale RC. They're both HMF carbon. There's no difference there. I think just the higher tier of the Scott Scale RC is the HMX, but like the entry level for the RC model is HMF as well. So they're the same carbon at their respective price points. So keep that in mind. This one being $2,300. But starting off with the handlebars, you got on here an aluminum alloy Scott Synchros handlebar, 31.8 clamp with their own Scott Synchros stem. Mind you, everything by Scott is always going to be a T25 instead of your normal 4mm Allen key. So if you are looking to do some work on this bike, or if you do a crash, make sure you have a T25 to adjust this in the trails. Also with the bike, you get here their own Scott Synchros lock-on grips, again with a T15 to lock it on. Nice grips, kind of gummy, but they give you some nice grips while riding if you pair it with a pair of gloves. For the shifter on here, you do get the SRAM SX shifter. It is a plastic lever and a normal clip-on right here. 12 gears, upshift, downshift, and then you have the Shimano brakes on here. Mineral oil, Shimano on these bikes are a great price point. It's not a Tektro, it's nothing else like that. They work really well. You squeeze them, you hit a wall, they stop, they work really well. So not bad. But again, the reason why I praise, I know it's a cheap component system, this being an SX shifter, an NX rear derailleur, and an SX crank. But the idea that I like behind this is that it gives you the opportunity that if you wanted to upgrade, the bike is pretty much set up to upgrade it later on down the road. If you want to get a nice upgraded 12-speed shifter, make it a little bit lighter or better actuation because this feels plasticky to you, you can do that without having to change your whole drivetrain system. Everything's compatible 12-speed, so you can do bits and pieces as you want and as you go. Going to the other side on here, we have our twin lock system, which is basically just one lock, but basically, yeah, so it is their lockout system that would be a twin lock, but there's no dual suspension, so this is just a single suspension, which is going to control the lockout for the front shock. So you have right here, click it in, the suspension is now going to be locked out, you press here to release, you're good to go. You have the lockout grip, and mind you, this system is built into this lock-on, so if you want to change out these grips, you do have to change out this lock-on grip to a different grip on there as well. Going down to the front, it is this like gloss red with a kind of this like yellowish orange logo on the front for the Scott. Looks really good. And then the fork on here is going to be the RockShox Judy fork. It is a RockShox Judy silver fork. Air suspension here, so you can adjust the air weight to what your weight is. 100mm travel with black stanchions to make it look a little bit sleeker. And then you do have a through axle on the front here as well. 15 by 110 is a boost space hub. The wheels here are going to be the Synchros Scott Synchros alloy wheels. Nothing crazy about it, just a regular Scott Synchros alloy wheel. Tires are going to be a Schwabble Rapid Rob Schwabble. Sounds like a rap song. And oh god, my knee hurts so bad. Oh wait. Tire size is, yeah, 1 second. Boop, boop, boop. Tire size is 29 by 2.5, which is just an aggressive bite enough that if you want to do some aggressive trail riding, you can, but not aggressive enough to a point where you can do some cross-country riding if you like to. Disc brake rotors on here are going to be a 180mm rotor in front, and then you have your Shimano disc brake right here as well. I believe these tires are tubeless ready. K-Guard active line. I believe the tires are tubeless ready and the rims are tubeless ready. You just have to supply your own valves and tape on there. Going down to the frame, you have your little frame plug here. You have your cables exposed right here. Again, the gloss red on the side, it gives you the matte black on the top, and then you have the scale logo right there. The paint jobs from Scott are looking really good. You have 2 water bottle systems, one right here, and then another. This will be the exit port if you're running a front drill on this bike. The bottom bracket on here is going to be a BB86 bottom bracket press fit, and then the crank is going to be a SRAM SX crank with a 32 tooth chain ring and a SRAM SX chain. Going to the rear, this is a 12 speed 10 by 50 tooth chain cassette, and then you have the NX derailleur. So this is one step up from the SX shifter and the SX crank. You are getting an NX derailleur. It's only one step up, but is it really a difference? Probably not. But you can always upgrade this to a GX later on down the road, depending on how much you like this bike. But there are a lot of rooms for upgrades to this bike in the future. Same wheels as again. These are going to be the Synchros X25 29-inch rims. And then you have the same tire as the front, a Rapid Rob Schwabe tire, 29 by 2.5. Seat post on here is going to be a Synchros seat post, and I think it's a 30.9 seat post. And then they have on here the Belcara saddle in the black. But the Scott bikes, for what they are, again, this is a 940 model. For a $2,300 Scott mountain bike with carbon fiber is a hell of a deal. So keep that in mind, guys. But anyways, that's going to do it for this video. Let me know what you guys think. If you guys are looking for a mountain bike to ride cross country, or maybe just get into the sport and you want some of this carbon fiber to make it a little bit more comfortable, this is a really, really good bike to get into the market on. I remember last year's the reason why the price point is so cheap was because this has this used to be quick lease. This is now a through axle on here. So you have a through axle bike, front and rear. The bike is dialed in. It's a 12 by 148 in the rear, 15 by 110 in the front, a boost compatible bike. The colors look great. Not bad, guys. Anyways, again, this is a Scott Scale 940 large. Weight is 27 pounds. Retail is $2,300. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Here comes the free body on this Scott Scale 940 with the Synchros rims and the NX drivetrain. Here comes the free body on this right now. Very quiet entry-level wheels. Thank you guys again so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video.